All right, so this is a suggestion via channel member. Let's go and jump into it. See where this video takes us, guys.
The agent in charge of Chicago's Operation Midway Blitz must now brief an Obama-appointed judge daily on his efforts to crack down on illegal immigration inside the city. Border Patrol Chief Greg Bovino testified yesterday about his use of tear gas to protect himself and the agents around him from rioters last week.
I mean, the problem is that, guys, specifically these activist judges, at least, they really do not want anyone to protect themselves from the government. Understand this here. They just want free reign, like open season on any federal agent. That seems to be the vibe here. So if you utilize anything to protect yourself or the members of the federal government, specifically the agents, then they're going to have a problem with it. Because again, they don't want you to mask up, even though they're doxing you guys large scale. And they also do not want you to protect yourselves, right? Think about this here.
Plaintiffs claiming it was a violation of a court order, but Chief Bovino and his defenders say agents were under attack and that he followed protocol. Outside the courthouse, look at this. This is outside the courthouse. More anti-ICE protesting.
Bovine can't control his gas.
That's just way too close.
That's wild.
I spoke with Border Czar Tom Homan on the dangers to ICE and Border Patrol agents just yesterday.
Protesters have the right to protest. We support that. But
right.
when they cross that line and they're throwing weapons, throwing objects at ICE, assaulting ICE officers, or impeding their movements, preventing them from leaving a building with a detainee in their possession, that's where you've got to draw the line. I've said from day one, when you cross that line, you'll be held accountable. You'll be prosecuted.
Fair?
Okay, in a moment, I will talk with Commander Bovino about his hearing, an exclusive here on the Faulkner Focus.
Bovino.
First, let's begin. Senior correspondent Mike Tobin is in Chicago with the latest. Mike.
And Harris, as soon as Chief Bovino left the Dirksen Federal Building downtown Chicago yesterday, he and the Border Patrol agents drove into Cicero and the predominantly Hispanic Little Village neighborhood. And there, they picked up a guy Border Patrol says they've been looking after for some time now.
What do you do?
A DHS spokesman says his name is Francisco Gonzalez. He's in the U.S. illegally from Mexico. They also say he's a member of a very potent street gang, the Latin Kings. And that was just hours after we got the visual of Chief Bovino running the gauntlet of foul-mouthed protesters who are opposed to the immigration crackdown. Bovino stepped on the running board of a Border Patrol pickup, gave a salute and a fist in the air to the agents that made up his security entourage, then signaled for them to move forward. That came after Judge Sarah Ellis ordered Bovino to report to her every weeknight, find and hand over all the use of force reports dating back to September 2nd, and turn over all the body camera footage, and she demanded Bovino start wearing a camera himself. That won the support of Chicago's mayor.
Bovino is a barbaric individual.
Oh, okay.
And I just hope that this judge provides some level of accountability, because that's not what's happening right now.
I mean, speaking of accountability, I mean, it seems like no one specifically is attempting to hold Brandon Johnson accountable for legitimately anything. You know, running his city into basically bankruptcy, right? Not doing any of his campaign promises to actually benefit the people who actually put him into office, right? Like none of these things. Yes, I mean, but either way.
Now, Bovino was brought before Judge Ellis because a journalist group filed suit asking for a restraining order to prevent agents from using riot control weapons like tear gas. Front and center was video of Bovino lobbing tear gas at demonstrators in Chicago's Little Village neighborhood last week. DHS says the crowd had become aggressive and threw things. In fact, Bovino was hit by a rock. Witnesses say the agents did not give the required warnings. DHS says they did. In fact, video released to their social media accounts backs up that claim. Harris?
Mike Tobin, thank you very much. In focus now, Greg Bovino, the head of the U.S. Border Patrol sector, El Centro sector, and head of Operation Midway Blitz in Chicago. Welcome to the program. First of all, I want to get your reaction. I don't know if you could hear that report, but Mayor Brandon Johnson of Chicago called you barbaric.
Harris, that's absolutely amazing, and it's good to be here with you this morning, but he did call me that word barbaric, and that is what we're talking about with the heated rhetoric that causes violence against law enforcement officers. The term barbaric, he can't come up with a better term than that. What about the legal, ethical, and moral duties that we conduct every day on the streets of Chicago to make his city safer? Is that barbaric?
He doesn't want to make his city safer. That's just not the vibe here. He does not care at all. He cares about posturing and delivering as much rhetoric as humanly possible. So potentially, if J.B. Pritzker, specifically the governor of Illinois, decides that it's going to be a good idea for him to run, then hopefully, you know, he'll tag along. That's all he cares about, bro. He cares about his legacy exclusively. He does not care about the city.
Well, let me ask you about what the judge did yesterday. First of all, what is your understanding now? You have to meet with this judge daily. What does that mean to you? What will you be doing?
Harris, you know, over 3 decades, I've had the opportunity to interact with many judges. Each judge is different. Each judge does things a different way. And this is an adapt to the situation type thing. If she wants to meet with me every day, then she's going to see, she's going to have a very good firsthand look at just how bad things really are on the streets of Chicago. I look forward to meeting with that judge to show her exactly what's happening and the extreme amount of violence perpetrated against law enforcement here.
She's not going to see it. She's not going to see it. It would be great if she had the ability to absolutely kind of move past her literal activist judge status and bias, let's say. But the chance of her seeing anything that's going wrong coming from the side that she is basically in support of, I can't imagine that, guys, right? I mean, we're talking about accountability. These people have zero accountability for anything.
Needs to see is this video of what it's like when you go in and out of that courthouse to see her every day. I mean, that's part of the story, too. DHS posted some video of the incident on that day showing you
Make America
and what you and
Antifa
your
again.
agents were really up against. And if people haven't seen this, the Department of Homeland Security put out this video on its website. And we have a close-up look at that now. You were hit in the head by a rock hurled by a rioter, multiple rocks and other objects. I saw a bottle full of water, I would assume, so heavy, thrown at the heads of people there, too, your agents. Fireworks shot toward the agents. We also see someone with a knife appearing to slash or try to slash a government vehicle's tire. And multiple warnings to the crowd to back up. Chief Bovino, talk to me about this day.
Sure, Harris, we see this, the sad part of what you see in that video, our agents are in contact with that type of violence every single day. They go out into the streets every single day. After I left court yesterday, I was out with agents, and Harris, I was appalled at what I saw, literally appalled at what I saw. At one point, we had 70 vehicles. That's 70 vehicles obstructing and following our agents. And many of these vehicles engaged in violence. We made arrests. That's every day. So what you see in that video, that's reality.
All right. So you're leading Operation Midway Blitz. Is this judge allowing you to continue to do your job up until 4 or 6 p.m. when you have to go sit with her? And what does that do to operations for you and your agents that you're leading?
First and foremost, those operations continue. They continue unabated. The temporary restraining order and the meetings with the judge and all the other accoutrements that comes with what her orders are that will have no effect on Operation Midway Blitz.
Exactly.
The Border Patrol, ICE, and those allied law enforcement teams are legal, ethical, and moral, and we always have been. So we've never been in violation of any TRO, any law or regulation. We're going to go out there and we're going to accomplish the mission. We're closing in on 3,000 apprehensions as we speak. We're going to speed those apprehensions up, and now we're even going to go harder now, Harris. We go harder now, and I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah, guys, understand, the government under no circumstance, specifically the federal government, can allow itself to be seen as weak or given up or like allowing themselves to even truthfully actually care about whatever the people are protesting about. Right? Specifically, we're talking about a group of people who are very anti-American sounding kind of almost all the time, right? They have no interest in our Constitution, guys. They say that our Constitution needs to basically be updated. And why does it need to be updated? Because it hurts their feelings, guys, right? These are the people we're talking about here, all right? It would be great, again, if people could just protest. I have no problem. I've never said anything. You guys go back to any of my videos, bro. I've never said any singular thing about people shouldn't be allowed to protest. Please protest. Do your thing. You're American. Live your life, right? America, right? But under no circumstance can the protest evolve into something absolutely violent, and then you get confused when someone decides to use measures specifically that has the ability to crowd control, because you have no control. You're overly emotional over something that is illegal. It's don't care about laws then, bro, I guess, right? But either way, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Again, if you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. In the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings, and we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry, right? Listen, like and subscribe.